Okay, guys, so we are going to go ahead and try on the state of decay to guide that we are continuing. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys remember we did 10 guides previously. We already completed the legacy for builder and sheriff, warlord. Now, what we are going to do here is going to go ahead and possibly do the sheriff one if possible by us. Either way, we were playing for a quite new community. This is a little zone that I'm going to show you guys for later. I have created the community. I'll show you guys what specific skills I'm going to use for here. This one is a Dread Zone community where I usually get my bounties done. I'll recommend you guys to actually create a community on a green zone if you're a totally new player or if you are quite a veteran player but you haven't played for quite a bit of time. You can try on a Dread Zone or Standard Zone as per your wish, just so you can complete the bounties. Make sure that you are not claiming the rewards on the standard zone or the lower difficulty. Always claim the rewards for the higher difficulties because that's the really important part. The most important part here is you will need those items for your higher difficulty stuff. So, like I always say, you don't need to waste your items on the lower difficulties. Wait for the high difficulty, wait for them to come up, and then use them. However, for now, as for the time being, let's go ahead and continue and complete the quest lines that we were doing. Let's go ahead with that. We were doing the Meager Valley Standard Zone. Let's continue that one. Now, previously in the Meager Valley guide, I showed you guys for the best base for Providence Ridge and Trumbull Valley. However, for the Meager Valley, I did not show you guys the best base and everything. Let's start with that, then we'll show you the rest of the stuff. So,
I have another task for you. Details forthcoming.
please ignore that. Anyways, as you all can see, we are on a standard zone here. We killed 5 plague hearts already. 5 of them
So
are
long
remaining.
as we have breath, we should have hope.
There is a mysterious broadcast that came about nowhere. It's weird. Anyways, so currently we are living here. It's one of the best bases here. We'll need 8 slots for this one. However, if you are having low influence, you can start with the best base, which is the Clarington House. After that, you can try for Sculon's Brewing Company, but that's not really something of my preference because Sculon's Brewing Company actually contains the seal items and everything, which I don't really want, which I don't need actually. If you need seal items, you can use that. Otherwise, you can just use this base, the Whiteland Whitney Field. Actually, that's the most important one. And as you can see, for the bones here in my base, I don't really have water. I only have power because I'm using the generator here. There's actually an inbuilt generator in this base. Let's see here. There it is. The wind farm is actually providing me power. We do need a water outpost, but that's for later because our hydroponics need it right now at the earliest as possible. Anyways, so let's go down. Let's see which tower we need. However, let's check our bag first. We do have some items. You see, we have some bloated turrets left from the previous run. This character actually has tattoos, which is knowledge of the medicine, which is important, but knowledge of arts is not really that important. Let's check on our food. We have some excess food, and we're actually losing quite a lot. We are losing ammo as well. So, we need food outpost, we need food, we need ammo. Materials, not really that important. What is our power outpost taking? Are we getting it for labor? Yes, we are getting it for labor actually. Okay, good. So ignore this one. Let's see, why are we using the staging area actually? But I'm not really quite sure why we're using the staging area. We do need an ammo outpost, we need some foods and everything, so let's see what we can do, yeah? Okay, I see now. We actually built this thing because we are requiring for the farm is taking this, so that's important for here. However, our infirmary 3 is also taking materials. Okay, we are losing ammo. We are losing 2 ammo per day. Quite a bit of ammo we're losing here.
Can't do it.
Other than that, we don't really. Okay, our beds are
There's a group of
different.
arms dealers nearby. Their prices are high, but their selection is huge.
Okay,
Maybe
so
we should check it out.
we need
I
water
can get behind
outpost,
that.
and for this big field, I plan to actually build a hydroponics. If we are not building hydroponics, I'll think of something else. But for now, I think I'll go with hydroponics. But let's see if we can get two food outposts, which will not be necessary because we do need one ammo outpost. We are going to go ahead and build a hydroponics for a small slot. That's also for outdoor. Is it mandatory if we can just remove this bed from here and build a bed here? Let's see something. Give me one moment. We can actually build a barracks if that's important. Let's do that and let's take this one down. We are going to go and build a hydroponics here, but for that we need water outpost. Do we have a water outpost? Biggest question. We have a water tower here nearby. Pretty close actually, quite close. So should we go ahead and go for that? Let's see. Multiple questions, as you guys can see, we have multiple questions here, but getting that outpost is important. So let's go there first. Now we do have enough supplies to deal with the plague hearts, so that won't be an issue.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Let's see how our vehicle is. Okay, so our vehicle is totally full as well, and we're kind of sure at this moment because our bag is full also. So let's do one thing first. Let's go and claim that outpost first, yeah? You guys can see I do have some rewards that I had done.
Hello out there. I have some goodies to trade
Yes,
straight from
excellent.
Trumbull Valley.
But I'm
Come
not
on
going to
by.
claim that because I want to show you guys how does it work for lethal difficulty. If you're playing on a lethal difficulty, I'll show you guys to claim that reward in there, and I'll show you the reason as well. However, for now, let's continue. You guys can see our water outpost is pretty far. Let's get that. Shut up. No, mind. I thought that's water for a moment. Okay, so you see this is a old squilons. And this is not the path I should be going, possibly. I have to go from here, I think. Yep, I have to go from here. Yep, there it is. Alright, here we are. So, as you guys can see, we have two water outposts. We can either claim the open one or we can claim the closed one as per your wish. What we are gonna do here is we are going to make our last food outpost here, top part, because we don't have an outpost on the top part. And by chance, sometimes, for example, if we go at the top part, we'll need an outpost there, right? So the best option will be getting an outpost at this joint. Anyways, that's a thing for later. For now, let's claim this water outpost here. I hear something inside. Oh, yeah, we don't have anything.
Okay, we're not yet zombie free.
There we go. A weird sound is coming. Yep. Kill this guy. There we go. You guys must be wondering why I am using
Outpost secure and ready to go.
this to actually, clear spaces and stuff. But the reason that I'm using this is like a blade is because I want to get swordplay on this character as well. Swordplay is really good. If you don't have swordplay, you can try for other ones, but swordplay is really good.
That's a lot of stuff.
This weapon, it's the basic combat knife. We have to sell that. But for now, let's just submit this. I'm going to try and see if I can clear my bag at the earliest as possible.
Ooh, check this out.
That was unexpected. Anyways, We don't really need blunt weapons, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that one as well. We still have quite a bit of blunt weapons here. Interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead here. We can possibly try and claim this bar. Say there's two of them chests here. Now, there is a thing. One of the chests are most possibly at the topmost part. So, either that or this one around. For this one, it looks like it was
Yeah,
on the
not
ground.
happening.
So, good thing that we were able to claim it. Let's just dump the important stuff here since we are going to need them. Possible we will try to stack them, but if not, it's totally fine. For now, what we can see, we can't really stack this item. So I'm going to go ahead, quickly dump the items and come back here.
Can't catch my breath.
The reason I'm sprinting this much, actually it's because I want to level my cardio. Otherwise, there's no possible way to level up cardio other than sprinting. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my straight to get the cardio like this way. Now we remember the chest was here. Let's clear that first, and then we can get some items from there, like this place. Quite weird that spot for the offices in there. Like this thing has not been marked.
Whole lot of nothing here.
Named it. I believe it's possible because we have to go upside and actually, scout the place down. So let's do that. Let's actually just go up and scout the place down. That way, at least what's gonna happen is we will have an idea. Now, okay, we do have multiple quests spawned already, so pretty good thing. There's the power outpost. The Trumbull Trader is there.
In a way, your community is like a family you get to choose to belong to. Keep that in mind when you invite new
Trader,
folks
but that's
into your
not really a
home.
good option. Let's see what we can do here.
Ooh, that right there might not be junk.
Let's get going with the survey, yeah.
Survivors in there. They look settled in.
Very good thing. Now, there's two things we can do here. We can either
Okay,
go back on
nothing
the
more to see here.
little difficulty and leave that part, or we can just wait. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to wait because for the bounties will not be a problem for me. I can just get the bounties done whenever I feel like. For now, I just want to show you guys how this thing works. So, I'm just going to go ahead and show this to you guys here. Let's see. So we have cleared this part. We do have quite a lot of items here that we can't really use. We have no slot bag at all. We don't. There's one thing at that case. I'm going to go ahead and get those items sold to a vendor if possible, especially possibly for the Trumbull Valley vendor. But for now, let's just go ahead and this dumped here. Next, we are going to go ahead and create our hydroponics. Let's get going with that. We can't really upgrade our breads for now, so that's not an option in our hand. However, we do have a lot of excess materials.
Not possible.
We can't get the medicine outpost going. That's also an issue. Let's get this upgraded then. Now, we need knowledge of computers for the command center tree, which you guys can see I don't really have on my character. Pretty bad stuff, but it is what it is. We don't really need a mechanic spot unless we want to actually upgrade our car, which is an in-game stuff. We don't really need to upgrade our car for the time being, so that's not really an issue. Let's see if we can make some slot in our bag. Let's claim this, dump this. That way we can have at least one slot in our bag and we will possibly able to take the rucksack from here, you know? There we go. That's the ball. As you guys can possibly hear, there is a juggernaut there. So we have to be really careful about that one. Either way, for the time being, let's here spots. Okay. Kind of having a hard time here. However, we were actually able to upgrade our cardio for quite a bit, which is good. Let's do one thing, let's jump this here, and let's see, we have quite a few grenades, so that's also a good thing. We're going to go ahead and get a plague heart down at the top side, like I showed you guys, so that we can claim a food base at there. But for now, we don't really have much influence, so I'm going to go ahead and try and see if there's any possibility that I can get this looted without us having issues with our bag. Just a little. No, so that we are done here. Let's do one thing. Let's go back to our base, yeah? Shall we? Quite easy button. Go to our base from here. Pretty straightforward. Let's go and take the right side spot. Now, as you guys can see, there's a juggernaut here, so I'm going to go ahead and start to the right side and ignore the juggernaut completely. If not, I'll be screwed. No, so all we have to do, we have to go straight. We can do that, or we can go to the Thermobile Trader and see what he has. So what? Let's do the Thermobile Trader first. There is a very high possibility we could have good items that we need.
Oh, hello. You can come in if you'd like.
This what?
Hello.
Let's see what's up for trade, eh?
Sure, sounds good.
This is not Thermobile Trader. That's quite surprising. I didn't really know we had actually an enclave near us. That's really nice actually. Frankly speaking, I didn't really expect that
No
there
room
was
for
gonna
that.
be a treasure here, but
There's no
we
room
got
for
lucky.
that. Wanna make a
Let's,
trade?
Sure, sounds good.
sell our items to them as much as we can because we need that influence. Except the part that she keeps shooting. This is not shooting. Other than that,
How's it
we're
going?
Let's see.
What have you got for us?
Of course.
Okay, looks good. We are almost done looting her. Do we have anything else that we can loot? We actually do have the plague heart there. Let's see if we can get that looted here. Our shooting is mediocre. We can possibly try to upgrade wits. That will take care of them. However, what I can see, there is actually... There's actually a boarding here.
Well, it's something.
I like it. Let's just take that. see where's the horde. The horde is actually going far, which is nice. We do need to loot that part. However, I don't really think we don't have much spot left. They won't really have much influence left either, so not an issue.
We have some stuff for trade if anyone's interested.
I can't keep fighting.
That took care of both of them. Let's go. Let's actually do one thing. Let's go ahead and dump these items to her and see how much we can sell her. Then we are going to go ahead and see if we have some items.
Let's make a deal here.
Okay. The mobile trader, yeah. Okay, we do have quite a few items, and she's actually master. Interesting person. She's already blasted herself. So take care of that then. And let's actually go ahead and get some items up to the base, yeah. Just dump the items in the base first, yeah. Question is, there is a marking. And you guys can see there has been 2 people with snipers that have been blasting grids, so that sniper thing is not going to be an issue. Now that we have cleared stuff from here, let's go dump this here, and we have enough stuff. Keep the metals here, the food here as well, because we are going to need them for later. Let's go and do this. See, the time on Trumbull Valley Trader is almost ending. We have to hurry.
Good thing I looked here.
Going to stay, so that won't be an
Hey,
issue.
no zombies here.
We have to do this out fast, otherwise we won't have enough item.
Too loud. Danger now.
That's a small zombie. Shouldn't be an issue.
There's no room for that.
That was okay, let's just go from here. Let them try and stay there. Okay? Let's get this done. Because these are useful items that I need, so let's put those there. The horde staying there. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can sneak in and kill some of them.
I've checked everything, top to bottom. Can't do it.
Jumping here.
That's a lot of stuff. This one's locked.
Okay, no need to take care of that since we're done here. Let's rush now. We don't really have much time left, so we have to rush. Really rush now. Actually, we don't really have much stuff time left at all, to be frank. Let's loot this plague heart real quick, then we're going to go ahead and dump the items to Trumbull Valley Trader, yeah? I'm not really quite sure where the plague heart was. I hear a zombie, but I'm not really quite sure. Right? How is the plague zombie here? These guys are actually roaming all over.
It's finished.
I believe some thank yous are in order.
That's pretty heavy.
I'm quite surprised that these guys are actually still here. Frankly speaking, there are not supposed to be any plague zombies here, but the fact that the plague zombies are still here actually speaks a lot. Let's see, do we have fuel? We're running out of fuel. Shit. Anyways, we don't really have much time. Let's go to the Trumbull Valley, people, because they will have some items for them as well. And take from them, and, you know, we sell back to them. So let's just go to them home now. They have an whole ass outpost here. So not really gonna be an issue.
Hi there.
Right.
I'm with the network, visiting from Trumbull Valley. Anything you need?
She actually has garbage. I mean, I'm like surprised that I expected this much actually from her. I'm honest with myself that I actually expected this much from her. Anyways, so we need to actually, since she doesn't really have much stuff, what we are going to do here, we're going to clear all these parts that we have. All these parts that we can.
So much for not attracting zombies.
Take the items from her because she
That's
doesn't
pretty heavy.
have stuff.
Let's put something down first. All used up.
There we go. Let's get this dumped in.
I wish I had room for it.
Not really quite sure what kind of, but I am something. With a sample. Very interesting. See, where did she go?
I'm with the network, visiting from Trumbull Valley.
Yeah,
Anything
but,
you need?
You don't really have anything that I could purchase, you know? Like, I literally needed stuff, but you actually don't have stuff. Quite bad. I'm actually surprised that you don't have much stuff, frankly speaking. We need to do something about these materials, though. Like, still we need to do something. Let's do one thing, let me check. What can we use the materials?
I found some good stuff this run.
We can actually make bolts. Nice. Let's do that then. Let's actually make some bolts. We're going to cross. We're gonna have a lot of crossbow bolts for sure. Thanks to all these materials that we have. Let's get this upgraded as well. 67 on 25. We're still over it, okay? Yeah, we're still over. We're actually losing fuel somehow. Quite interesting. Okay then. Quite interesting. We're actually losing fuel. We're losing 5 foods per Jehan. However, losing fuel is a really, really bad thing. We're actually losing ammo as well. Holy crap. What are my characters doing? Like, do we need to exile from this character? I'm quite surprised. Let me check some. Okay, this closed is actually... Someone is destroying my foods, that's for sure. Storage of... Let's get that. Shooting, let's get sharp shooting for you. Yeah, I need a knowledge of computer, that's for sure, because this is bad. I need knowledge of computers, and I definitely need a bunch of a bunch of ammo. Because losing ammo, frankly speaking, is not really
No
good.
room for that.
I see that. Give me some time. I need something with knowledge of computers. I mean, someone with knowledge of computers, because this is not cool. And this is going to destroy my
Uh-oh.
fuel. There goes my fuel. I think that we have high toxicity bloaters in the back at this moment, because
That's pretty heavy.
toxicity bloaters is something that we're gonna need. This place will have a maid's rucksack, so waiting for that. Let's do one thing. Let's take the rucksacks out, dump this in, and this is a chemistry book. Can I use
Can't
it?
do it.
Okay. So the lights have screwed up, and we do have some little influence left on that guy. I'm sure, like, for higher difficulties on like trade or level, I would recommend you guys try to drain the NPCs out of their influence as much as you can. But we are on lower difficulty right now, and the resources
Well,
are
beggars can't be choosers.
big, indeed. But to frankly speaking, I'm quite surprised that
I wish I had room for it.
quite surprising that we don't really have much stuff here. Just some items, that's also like hard to get them. Let's see. Do we have anything at all that we can sell to them anymore at this moment? Because at this point I feel like I don't really have anything to sell to them. I have some medicines that I'm stocking, I have some rucksacks and ammo. I can probably sell that thing, like the... Okay, now she's running around. Can you stop running around, please? Stop running around. Jesus Christ. Stop running around.
I'm with the network, visiting from Trumbull Valley. Anything you need?
There we go. She has 124 influence, but I don't really have anything to sell to her at this moment. Actually, my bag is totally full, which is making it worse because there's a lot of materials that I have that I need to think of something to do with. Let's actually do one thing. Let's continue making the the bolts, because we do need a lot of bolts. So let's continue making that. After that, we'll see what can be done here. So we are at 62 and 55. We have to take it down to 55 somehow. So that's like 3 and 4. There we go. That will take care of it. We are actually getting 1 materials per day, so I'm going to lower it down even a bit more. We are losing 1 fuel per day. We are losing 2 ammo per day. So ammo, of course, is an important part. We are losing 5 foods per day. Now, hydroponics is giving me 3 foods per day. Farming is giving me 2 parts, right? And I could possibly use a compost bin or something here to increase the growth. 50% food yield for this facility. Let's go with that then. Sheltered bait. What can they have? They can have extra fuel. Let's put that in. The thing is, you see this, the announcer box? This thing is taking 1 slot. This thing is not really that important, but still, it's taking 1 slot, so that's quite a bit of time. However, upgrading the farm is going to give me some more food, and then I'm going to install another mod in here to increase more food benefits. Ammo is going to be an issue, however, I believe our quests will be done by then, so that should not be an issue. For the time being, I think we are done here. Let's see if we can do some more of that next outpost, and if not, then we'll be done here. Yeah. Let's see this. 1 minute here. There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's go then. So this one had some holes in it, which is important. There's supposed to be some meds rucksack nearby, which I cannot find for some reason. There it is. Take this. Okay.
I'm not
then.
carrying more stuff.
Wizard. One stack size increase. What am I even supposed to do with one stack size? Can you tell me?
There's no room for that.
Not really quite sure what am I supposed to do with one stack size increase. That's like nothing. I think we have to sell some medicines at this moment because let's do one thing. Let's actually just sell the remaining stuff that we have because right now we don't really need these items. We can just make them as we need.
I'm with the network, visiting from Trumbull Valley. Anything you need?
Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and sell these items to you. Take the influence that you have. No, not selling the grenade. Remember not to sell grenades. The grenades are really important. Let's sell this. She has 14. Let's sell this as well because we do have materials. We can just make them. There we go. Should be better now. Okay, now you can just go because I'm already done with you. I'm going to go ahead and get the meds rucksack looted, meds outpost looted. After we are done here, we are going to go ahead and
I can't keep doing this.
we can do something about the play cards and everything. Now the issue is I'm not quite sure where the thing is. Let's here. No.
Well, time for me to move on. If you ever end up over in Trumbull, feel free to stop by.
Okay, that one's done. Let's
Good thing I'm up here.
There we go. That's a mid's rucksack, and there should be another rucksack here. I mean, the item here. There it is. Let's go. We're done here. Now, our next stuff, what we are going to do, we are going back to our base. Yeah. Let's see who is our leader. Our leader is Scott, who is a sheriff. We don't really need Warlord quest. I'm not really quite sure why it is spawning, but we don't really need Warlord quest. So that's the one thing. We need one ammo outpost and a food outpost. So let's see. We could possibly upgrade to Farm 3, but we need a trader for that, you see. That's also one of the things that's really important. So let's do one thing. How much are we getting right now? What are we getting? We are at -2 food per day. We get the ammo outpost and get it to level 3. We can take care of the ammo condition, you know. We're about to lose ammo. Actually, let's do one thing here. What's this? We need ammos. Do we need pipe bombs or do we need thermite grenades? Now, thermite grenades are most strong, of course. Same with C4 is most strong, but making this is a big issue. However, if we go to our storage, we can just do this and we are gonna get some random ammo, which is most important. So let's get them lowered and we're good. Okay, fuel is fine, materials is fine. We need one ammo outpost and we should be good.
That's wonderful.
The thing is, food outpost is taking 3 per day. But this item is going to increase the resource production of the garden. So let's use this, I guess. Yeah, this is good. in our infirmary, let's use this because we don't need those biochem gears. Now, this one has already implanted with this, and let's see. Let's increase the build speed for this, and for this one. Now, for this part, we can't really do anything because already an action is going on. However, this one's done. Let's see. There we go. So, for this part, we can improve the ability to grasp more of the crossbow bolts, right? So, we're going to use that here. For the command center, we already have this implanted. For the storage, we need storage. But for what items do we need? We need food. Food is like 42 per day, but we are losing a lot. I'm actually quite... Okay, we have 12 survivors, so we're not losing extra. We are just unable to make one of the farms. Okay, let's do one thing at that case. We are going to increase our storage for extra food. Outpost is fine, this is fine, this is fine as well. Okay, looks like we're good now. Now, these guys need some medicine. Do we have medicine? We just looted one. There you go. Now that's all luck. So, these guys are quite a bit far. So, let's see what we can do. Do we have any ways to go there? Or do we have to take the way back? Have to take the way back, okay.
We sure could use some help over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. Let's go ahead and help these guys because they are gonna need. Oh. Let's mess up over. Please, careful, they go. There we go.
Hell yes!
I think we should possibly dump some stuff here. Let's dump some stuff first before we go actually. That way what's gonna happen is we will have at least some items that we can take care of, you know. Let's do that. Let's actually get some of our stuff dumped in here first. But the question is, where is our... There it is. There we go. So we see there's an armor. This one has nothing. Let's sort it. Keep the food. Jump this. This. And this. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to base. I'm going to go back to base and see if
Home, sweet whatever.
we can sell some more items to them. Yeah, let's do that first. So the question is, where is
All
our
this noise is going to
thing?
attract real trouble.
There it is. Let's command sync. Okay. Where is our supply? Where? Where is the supply? I think this. Give me a bit of time, please. missed one thing here. Give me a few
How's
minutes,
it going?
please. I'm going to go ahead and take a small break real quick. Then we'll be back and we'll continue the guide, okay? Just give me a few minutes, please. Around like 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I'll be back. I'll see you guys later.